Hello traders and welcome to lesson 6 of our course. So in today's lesson, I'll be showing you how to tell when price is reversing. So let's start. These are the two entry scenarios that we can use, that I personally use, that has been giving me sniper entries. So the first scenario is price changing from selling to buying. So let's say price is breaking structures to the downside. Price is breaking structures to the downside. So price is breaking structures to the downside like that. Now, how to tell if when price is reversing? Price changes bias when price breaks this lower high. That lower high. Like that. So we have this is a break of structure. That is a break of structure. So that's a break of structure. Let me just clone that. That is a break of structure. Now, the moment price breaks that lower high, that is a sign that price is about to reverse. So that is a change of character. It's an indication that price is reversing. Now, when price breaks that lower high, price will always come back to the origin which caused that change of character. So price will always come back to that origin or order block which caused that change of character, like that. That is how price always moves. And then we are going to have break of structures now to the downside, to the upside, because now price has changed bias. Now we are breaking structures to the upside, like that. So that is how price reverses when it's changing from selling to buying. So price will always break that lower high, that is a change of character, and then you wait for price to come back and tap into this order block which caused this change of character. That is how you can tell when price is changing from selling to buying. So let's go to the second scenario. Second scenario, where price is changing bias from buying to selling. From buying to selling. Suppose price is breaking now structures to the upside. like that. Price breaking structures to the upside. Like that. That is a higher low. And then the moment price breaks this higher low, that is what we call a change of character, and then price will always go mitigate the origin or tap into the origin which caused that change of character. And then now we'll have price breaking structures to the downside. So we have price in an uptrend. As price is breaking structures to the upside, it's a break of structure. So we have price breaking structures to the upside like that. That's an uptrend. Now the moment price breaks this higher low, that is an indication that price is about to change bias from buying to selling. That is a change of character. That is a change of character. Now, when price changes character, it will always go back to tap into the origin, which caused this change of character. So price will go and tap into the origin, which caused that change of character. So that is an order block. So price breaks this high low and then to go back to tap into the order block, which caused this change of character. And then now we have price breaking structures to the downside. So that is how price reverses. This is one powerful strategy that I've been using to grow very, very small accounts, because your entries will be so accurate like that. And then now let me take you to my data that I've collected since learning this strategy. It's a strategy that I've tested on a real account. So, and this is a trade I took on Cash 500 where price changed character and then broke structure and then came back to tap into this order block, and then I took. That is one of the trade I took using this strategy. So that is the trade. And then yes, this is the trade I took on Crash 500. So here price is reversing. So because price broke this is a lower low, lower high. So price failed to break this low and then continue selling. However, it broke that higher high. So that is a change of character. When that happened, price will always go back and then it will come back to tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. When that happened, when price tapped in, it went up. So this is one of the trade I took using the entry models. And then right here we had price breaking structures to the upside, and then that was a higher high, that is a higher low, and then price broke that higher low. So this is a change of character. And then what happened? Price went to go tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. It's always the last buying candle before this move down here. So that is the order block. And then price was moving, it was breaking structure. It did not react off the order block, it reacted off the FVG. So if you don't understand FVG, you can go back to my previous video where I talked about identifying fair value gaps. And then this is another entry that I took. So that was a higher high, that is a higher low. What happened? Price went back to go and tap into the origin, which caused this change of character, and then we had a market structure shift, a short-term downtrend. And then same thing happened here. This is a change of character. Price went to go tap into the order block, which caused this change of character. This is one trade that I took. Price broke structure, like I explained in the previous video. So when price breaks structure, you just have to mark your order block. What happened? Price will always come back to tap into this order block, which caused this break of structure. And then when that happened, look at what happened. That is a sniper entry that I got. I took this trade. And then right here on crash 1000 in M30. So that was a higher high, higher low price, changed character. So price will always change character and then to go back. That is the order block to tap in to the order block, which caused that change of character. Look at what happened when price tapped in. Higher high, higher low, change of character. That's small. As long as price breaks that line, that is a change of character. Even though it's just the wick, it's not the whole body part. That's an indication that it's a change of character. So price went back to go and tap into that order block, and then that is a trade I took. That hit TP here. And then for this one, price did not react off the order block. It reacted off the fair value gap. This is the same trade. And then yes, there's this one trade on gold. Let's see how gold reversed. So this is the last break of structure to the downside, and then this is a lower low, lower high. Price failed to maintain this high, so it broke it. When that happened, price will always come back to tap into the origin, which is this one, which is the origin, which caused that change of character. When price came back to tap in, look at that sniper entry that I got here. So price tapped in, and then it came back for the second time to tap in again, and then it pushed to the upside. So that this previous entry, it's this one showing in the 4 hours. So that's how you can tell when price is reversing. That is the same. And then this was just an illustration. When price breaks structure, price will always come back to tap into the origin, which is this order block, which caused this order block, which caused this break of structure. This is the same trade. And then I had a different trade. This is gold in M30. So this was the last break of structure, lower low, lower low, lower high. And then price broke that lower high. Price will always come back. It will always come back to tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. So don't enter when price first breaks this higher low, because when price breaks, it will always come back. So set your traps, so set your entries at this order block, which is the last selling candle before this move to the upside. So look at what happened. Change of character. Price will always come back to tap into this order block, and then look at what happened. Look at that sniper entry here. So it tapped in and then pushed up. This is just an illustration of gold. So price broke structure, and when price breaks structure, it will always go back to tap into the order block, which caused this break of structure. So this was a trade I took on VIX 75 using the same strategy. This is a trade that hit TP. So this is the trade that I took on VIX 75 using the same entry model. It will always give you sniper entries. I mean, look at this. Look at that sniper entry I got there. And then with this entry model, you can grow very small accounts, because once price steps into that order block, it's going to move. This is a $4 account that I grew from 4 to 15 USD. From 15, I grew it to 30 USD. And then from 30, I grew to 56, just using the same entry models. So this is a very powerful strategy that I use. If you learn it properly, believe me, you'll be profitable. So this is one of the trades that I took using the same entry models, and I was able to make profit and withdraw. This is the same entry model that I used on Crash 500 in M30. This is the same trade that I took. And then there was one day that I took a loss. And the good thing with this strategy is when I'm taking a loss, the loss is always a minimum. So I'm comfortable with the losses. So risk management is very important, because with these strategies, I'm getting very, very good sniper entries. However, the stop loss is very tight. So even when I'm taking a loss is very small. So this was one day I took a loss on Crash 500. And then on this particular account, I was left with $3. However, I was able to take a trade applying the same entry models. Look, with just $3, I was able to take an entry. The moment I'm able to take an entry, it will always go to sniper entry using the same strategy. I mean, this strategy is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. It just depends on the account size. If you want, you can increase the lot size. However, this particular strategy is very, very powerful. So this was a trade I took from, I had a balance of $3. I was able to take a trade which went into profit. Same trade. And then volatility 25 1S, same entry model. So this was the last break of structure to the downside. And then this is the lower low, lower high, and then price broke this lower high. I marked that as the change of character. When that happens, when price breaks a lower high, it will always go back, and then it will come back to tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. And when that happened, look at that sniper entry that emanated from this order block. So do not enter at the first instance when price changes character, like here. When it breaks, do not enter here. Always wait for price to come back and mitigate this order block, or tap into the order block, which caused this change of character. This is one trade I took on VIX 75. So price was moving up, and then with the change of character here, that's a higher high, higher low. Price broke this higher low, and then the FVG was present, and then liquidity present. So for liquidity, watch out for my next video. I'll talk about identifying liquidity. But for this particular entry, so there was a change of character, and then the fair value get present. Look at what happened when price changes character. Do not enter at the instance of price breaking that higher low. Wait for price to go and mitigate that order block. Look at that sniper entry that emanated from there when price mitigated my order block. So from there, it started shooting down. This was before, and then after. And then there was this particular instance here, change of character, lower low, lower high. This is a change of character. Price will always come back to tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. Look at what happened when price tapped in this order block. We got a sniper entry from here until up there. So this is a very, very powerful strategy. It is the one I used to take such sniper entries. And then when price reached that resistance level, look, higher high, higher low, change of character, price will always go back. It went back to tap into this order block, which is the last buying candle before this move down. It tapped in, and then you got a sniper entry, and then price started breaking structures to the downside. So this is the same entry in M30, change of character. Wait for price to go and tap into this order block, which caused this change of character. Same applies to this one. There was higher high, higher low, change of character. Price went back to go, and in this case price did not tap into the order block. However, it tapped into the fair value gap that I marked and then started shooting down. And then this one was one particular trader took on VIX. So this was the last break of structure to the downside, lower low, lower high, price broke it. That is a change of character. What happened when a change of character occurs? Price will always come back. So set your traps at this order block. Will always come back to tap into this order block, which caused that change of character. Look at what happened when price mitigated this order block. I mean, it tapped in and then it gave us an inverted hammer and started pushing up. Look at that move that emanated from this order block. So it's a very, very powerful strategy. So this is the same entry from M30. So last break of structure, change of character, wait for price to come back to tap into this order block. Look at what happened when price tapped in. We got a bullish engulfing and then price started shooting upwards. This is the same, this is another one. Change of character, price will always come back to tap into this original order block, which caused this change of character. So this is another entry, change of character, price will always go and tap into the order block or fair value gap. In this case, price reacted off the fair value gap and then look at the move that emanated from that. That is how you can tell when price is reversing. So here we had a change of character because this was the lower low, lower high, change of character. Price will always come back to tap into this order block and then look at what happened when price tapped in. We got a sniper entry from here up to there. So this move equals to almost the whole day because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this move was almost the whole day and then price reversed. It did the same. Got a sniper entry and TP there was hit. So that is the strategy, guys. It's very, 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 very simple once you master it. Once you master price reversals, it will really change your trading results. It did it for me. So this change of character, price came back to mitigate the order block. And then we had the break of structure. Price did not come back off the order block. However, it reacted off the FVG and then started to push up again. So this one, price broke structure and then it will always come back to tap into the order block, which caused this break of structure. So that's it. That's how you can tell when price is reversing. So this was another one. So this was the break of structure and then lower low, lower high, change of character. What happened? Price came back to tap into this origin, which caused this change of character and then started to push up. So that is the strategy, guys. For this case, price broke structure and then it came back to tap into the fair value gap. For this one, price reacted off the FVG instead of the order block. So that is all, guys. So this is a very, very powerful strategy. Emphasis on powerful. Once you master this strategy, believe you me, your trading results will improve. So thank you, traders. That is all for this video. If you did get something out of this video, please consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section, and I will see you in our next lesson. Thank you.